Hi, my name is Jim Tobin. I'm president of Taxpayer Education Foundation, and several weeks ago I had the fortune to visit the scene of Bacon's Rebellion. Bacon's Rebellion, Tales from a Revolution, and transformation of early America. That's the impact of this rebellion against the status quo. Bacon's Rebellion was one of many tax revolts in the country prior to the American Revolution. Bacon's Rebellion, in fact, took place in 1676 in Northern Virginia. But what I'm about to tell you might cause another rebellion of sorts here. Based on 2018 pension data and the annual reports of specific pension funds, Taxpayer Education Foundation has determined at least 19,481 pensioners are receiving $100,000 or more in annual pension payments. That level of payout has increased 15% over last year. At this rate of increase, the number of pensions over $100,000 will far exceed 21,000 by next year. The cost to taxpayers for the 6 statewide funds is $8.7 billion from the State General Fund and an additional $933 million from property taxes for the IMRF, whose taxpayer deposits are entirely funded through property taxes. This does not include any of Chicago government pensions or the hundreds of police and fire pension funds throughout the state. For perspective, for every dollar government employees deposit into the statewide pension funds, taxpayers have been forced to deposit $4.50. Put another way, that's approximately $683 for every man, woman, and child in the state of Illinois, just for these 6 pension fund payments this year only. Nearly 25% of all money collected from taxpayers goes to fund pensions of former government employees. This is money being paid for services rendered sometime in the past in competition for the services needed today. As this burden for past services becomes greater and greater, thanks to a compounded cost of living adjustment for retirees, fewer taxpayer dollars will be available for education, health care, safety, and security. This legalized pension theft is a crisis which is decimating Illinois. Harvey, Illinois was forced to lay off 25% of police employees and 40% of firefighters to pay lavish pensions. Harvey is just the beginning, as many more municipalities are facing the same fate. The state legislature must now allow local governments to declare bankruptcy to save Illinois. It is also imperative that new hires be placed in 401k style retirement savings account rather than into one of the defined benefit pension programs. Thank you. Are there any questions regarding it? Yes.
Yes, Mr. Tobin. What does the cost of living adjustment, or COLA, have to do with current services?
Well, the cost of living adjustment is 3% compounded. So a gentleman who retires at a $100,000 a year pension at the age of 50 or 55 will have his pension double by the time he gets to be 78 because it's compounded 3% annually. And that means more and more pension money is being diverted to the pensions for retirees, and we have less money available for current services as a result of this pension program. And this legalized pension theft is a crisis decimating Illinois.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Which political party is most responsible for the pension mess here in Illinois?
They're both responsible, but right now the Democrats are proposing another income tax increase. They want to raise the income tax again. We just were hit with a big one last year, and all $5 billion of that pension increase, of that income tax increase, went into the state pensions. They had to borrow $16 billion to pay debts. They have $6 billion in new debts, the state. It just goes on, and that's why Illinois itself is bankrupt. They can't declare bankruptcy because the federals won't allow them to do it, but Illinois itself is bankrupt, and local governments are bankrupt. We've seen it happen with Harvey, and it's going on in other cities as well, as large as Rockford, for example. Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate. And next month we'll be back with more tales from a revolution that may be occurring in Illinois someday soon. Say when the property tax bills come out next summer. Take care.